guys, Wallace here. Welcome back to my channel. Special welcome to all my ardent fans, readers, subscribers, channel members. You continue to watch, share, and like my videos, and I appreciate that. If you are new here, happy to have you. In fact, I invite you to join us. Hit that subscribe button. There's a link somewhere here. And that way you get updated on all my latest videos. All right? I've been getting a lot of questions about building and construction in Jamaica. I mean, a lot. We try to answer them in our Q&A forum on the website. We try as best as possible. But, it's still a lot. And so I figured I need to get the expert. A gentleman who has been in the business for years. His name is Mr. McBean. He's not unfamiliar because I speak highly of him on the website, and some of you would have used his services as well. So today I have him. He's gonna help me to answer some of your questions. All right. And now let me bring in Mr. McBean. Now, Mr. McBean, how you doing?
Hi, Leslie. How you doing?
Awesome, man. Good to have you back again, sir. It's been a pleasure. I know you're a busy man, and so I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me and my viewers, helping them to get some answers to some of the questions that they have about construction in Jamaica. Thank you so much.
Definitely. It's nice being here.
Good. So just before, I have about 3 or 4 questions for you. Some of the most topical, the most popular questions I get on the site. But just before I start asking you the question, I was going to ask you to tell my viewers a little bit about you, Mr. McBean, your company, and what you do, and perhaps in a minute or two. Just a quick synopsis.
Okay, everyone. It's good to be here. This is Mr. McBean, Roderick McBean. I'm a project manager and CEO of McBean's Project Management. At McBean's Project Management, we offer full service construction project management. Yes, so from the conception, from you come up with the idea of your home, of your dream home, we are able to take it from scratch. Yes, in terms of designs, assisting you with surveys, valuation, even assisting you with getting the land if you don't have the land. Yes, we assist you in sourcing the land and get all the relevant professionals in order to put everything together and have your dream home come true.
Awesome. Awesome. I didn't even know some of that, Mr. McBean, but wonderful. Thank you, man. All right, so we're going to jump into the questions, and I know people are curious. And by the way, guys, if you have a question that I don't ask Mr. McBean, feel free to put it in the comment. I promise you, we will get back to it and respond. All right. First question, Mr. McBean. How much does it cost to build a house in Jamaica? And I'm going to say use US dollars now just for the benefit of everybody. Typically, how much does it cost to build a house in Jamaica?
Okay. On average, I must say, starting from say 100 US per square foot, right? 100 US dollars per square foot. And to just break it down into the smallest terms, you can say $6 million can give you a 1-bedroom apartment. Yes, and that's very minimal.
Yeah.
Right, that's in Jamaica. And that's very minimal.
At the time of this recording. Yes.
At the time of this recording, yes. Because I must say, given the present situation in terms of economic situation and the world crisis, and even since the pandemic, you find that prices has been moving rapidly. Yes. Yeah. And another word to use is erratic. Yes. Yeah. And Therefore, the industry has to be shifting, yeah, making adjustment in order to facilitate clients out there. Um, you have a lot of changes in prices of material and so on. But when it comes down to the wire, I mean, it is relative, yeah, when we speak about the cost to build a house in Jamaica. Um, so if you're going to apply US currency to that, it is safe to start from 100 US per square foot. Yeah. So say for example, you have a 1,000 square foot house, yes, to construct, and a 1,000 square foot can consist of say 3 bedrooms,
Mhm.
2 bathrooms, living and dining. Yeah, the basic amenities.
Yes.
Yeah, and with the basic finishes, right? So, and when I speak of finishes, I'm talking about the tiles, doors, windows, yeah, painting, um, wall finishes,
Oh, so you do,
ceiling.
not to cut you, so you do all of that.
Yes, 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 yes. We do all of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you start from the basic finishes, it's good. It is safe to start with $100 per square foot, and then you go to the mid range and up to the high end, right? So it can take you up to say $120, $150 per square foot, right? And even higher. It depends on the client choice, right?
Understand.
Right.
Okay.
Basically that.
Fair enough.
Right.
Is it cheaper to build or to buy a house in Jamaica?
Okay. Well, that question, Wellesley, that has been asked of me several times,
Yeah.
and I think it is safest for me to say um, that well that is a relative answer
Mhm.
because when it comes on to you purchasing the property against the or should I say purchasing the land instead of the house, you find that you are able to create what you want. Yes, you are
Understand.
able to create your dream, able to come up with your own design. Yes, to place on that piece of land,
Mhm.
right? Against when you see the house or the structure already completed and then you purchase, then you will have to go ahead and make the necessary tweaks, yes, to facilitate your likings. Yeah.
Understand.
So,
So
so,
you
so, so it really depends. It really depends on the client's situation, yes, financial situation, or if he or she wants to wait on the construction process and all of that.
what's the process for building a house in Jamaica? Essential. So you're speaking now to both local and overseas persons who just want to get an idea what the process is in a quick nutshell. What is the process uh, for building a house in Jamaica?
Okay, the process for building a house. First of all, you start with the building plan, right? So you consult your professional, yes, whether you're a contractor or you're a designer, that's the architect, and you outline to them what you would want. Yeah,
Mhm.
in a nutshell. Yes, they being a professionals will take you through the steps in terms of the elements that comes together when it comes down to designing a house, right?
Mhm.
And therefore, you move on from that into the completion of the building plans, right?
Mhm.
After the plan is completed, then you move on to the approval process, which is the local authorities,
Or
which
this
is
council call them, or
in
the
this
municipal.
case, yes, or the right the municipal corporation.
Mhm.
And well, first of all, the average time uh, 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 for preparing the building plan that can take between 1 month, one to 3 months, and it depends on the size of the building plans, it depends on the complexity, right? And then you have the approval process, which is through the council,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then that now the parish council, they ask for a 90-day window for approval, and that is almost say 4 months. Yeah,
Okay.
and then and that's the minimum. So there again, it depends on the size, because you know when the plans are submitted to the council, you have various agencies that will get copies of that plan to do an overview of all of the elements. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
do these agencies include um, the the Road and Works Department of the Parish Council. You
Mm-hmm.
have the Fire Brigade, you have the Ministry of Health, and so on. In some cases, you have NEPA and all those planning agencies. Um, so it depends on the size, it depends on whether, well, in this case, we are talking about residential, right?
Yeah.
So you have single family dwellings, you have multi-family dwellings, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So the size again, it determines how long the process will take. But the council requests a 90-day window to take care of those that approval process. Then you move on to the construction phase after it's approved, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it is encouraged not to do or start any construction until or before the plan
Approval.
is approved by the court,
Makes
right?
sense. Makes
Because
sense.
you can right
Can I get in
because
trouble?
you can get in trouble,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
Right. So then the construction phase can start, right?
Mm-hmm.
And well, you know, between that time of the designs and the approval, you know, you can start planning. Yes, and when I say
Mm-hmm.
start planning, you can put your materials together, you know,
Mm-hmm.
buy 1,000 blocks, buy a few tons of steel, and you put down and you store. You can store the cement, but but you know that you have an idea, because you can speak to your contractor, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they give you a, a list of material that will be needed. You can
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and you can do your planning, right? And
Mm-hmm.
purchasing and so on. And and it's good. It's good. I always tell my clients it is good to get a quantity survey done. Yes, it might be costly, but it is good to get a quantity survey done. Yes, from
Mm-hmm.
a reputable or a certified quantity surveyor, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That quantity surveyor will break down everything right down to the nitty-gritty, right?
Like what?
And give you well all the materials, well, in
Oh,
terms of all the materials and the phases, right?
oh, I see what you mean.
And costings, yes, costing to all these components,
I see
whether
what you mean.
it be material or labor, right? So you have
Yes,
material, labor, equipment, and other professions
I see
that
what you
would
mean.
fall into place, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they give you a full breakdown of all the quantities that will
Right.
be involved. Yes, and you have a clear enough idea before you even start. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but basically you plan before you build, eh? Yeah,
Yes.
you plan before you build, right?
Okay.
You count the cost. Yeah,
Okay. Good.
it's good
Good.
to
Good.
count the cost,
Yes. Yes.
right?
So that's the
So
process.
right,
Yeah.
right, right. So you go through depending on the size again of the building,
Mm-hmm.
the average time that it takes to say a 2 bedroom, a 3 bedroom, that will be like say 4 or 5 months. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
depending on depending on the budget, depending on the pace at which the team might be going and all of that. Yes. So these are good things.
So you said,
Yeah.
sorry, so you said 4 or 5 months is in the time it takes to build, I mean, on average, a 3, 4 bedroom.
On
That's what you
average, yes.
said. Okay.
Say for a 2 to 3 bedroom, and when I say take to build, I'm not talking about just the structure. I mean finishing, yes, because you want to know that you have
A livable.
a neat finishing, right? Um, as well as you take care of sewage and so on. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the infrastructure is taken care of and all of that.
So,
So speaking for myself or for the company, yeah, we 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 ask for say that time to give you a decent job that you can move into your home, your dream home, basically.
excellent. So they said 3, 4 months, but this is after you everything is approved and you as in the construction or the project manager
Yes,
now gets okay. I get
right,
you. I get you.
right,
So that's a
right.
process. That's a process in total. There was a question somebody else had. I think you answered it. I'm gonna ask you a couple other questions. It says, how long does it take to build a house? I think you
Right.
answered that.
In terms of the timeline to construct, say, a 2 bedroom unit, and when I say 2 bedroom unit, I mean with all the different amenities. Yes,
Mm-hmm,
living room, bedroom, sorry, living room, kitchen, washroom, your porch, and all of this.
mm-hmm,
And it depends on the type of roofing that you would wish for.
mm-hmm,
Um, you can have it done in an average, say 3 or 4 months,
mm-hmm.
with all things remaining equal,
Correct.
right? With all
Understand.
things remaining equal, right? So therefore, there are several factors that you should look at, right? In
Mm-hmm,
terms of unforeseen circumstances,
mm-hmm,
right? This can cause your construction fees to take longer, right? So say a 2 bedroom, which is scheduled for 3 or 4 months, end up taking 6 months or even more, right?
understand.
So, right. So these unforeseen circumstances that you may run into from time to time, it can be from the very get-go when you're doing site preparation, right?
Mm-hmm,
You can start excavation and you find where the soil type doesn't allow you to excavate as fast as you would wish, right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
You will initially have on the building plan that you will be excavating
Never
um
go so far.
say loam,
mm-hmm,
yes, which is irregular dirt.
mm-hmm.
But by the time you start excavation, you find out that 2 feet below the surface, water is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
So
excavation for the average person is just a digging up, clearing the land, right? Preparing the
well,
land.
clearing the land and cutting out the trenches to put the walls.
Okay, okay, all right, good, good.
Right. So
Okay.
the trenches to put the
Mm-hmm.
foundation to place the wall on.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that is
Oh, I see.
basically
Okay,
that is excavation. Right.
okay. Yeah.
So
So
once
that's
you
one of the.
start excavating, right. Yeah,
Sorry. So
once you
that's one of
start
the.
excavating the
One of
foundation,
the
you can meet up into a lot of issues. Yeah.
okay. Another question here. How long do building plan takes to be approved? I think you answered that already. How long do business
Okay.
plan take to be approved? So just mention it again for the benefit of those who probably didn't hear you in the beginning.
Yes, in terms of approval, the council, and when I say the council, well, the municipal corporation, um, right through the island, they ask for a minimum of 90 business days, which will work out to approximately 4 months, yes, in
Mhm.
total.
Okay.
And this depends on the size of your drawing,
Building. Yeah.
right, or the building, as well as the complexity, because it, chances are is not a typical home you're looking at, right?
Correct.
It can be a modern home that requires more engineered details and all of
Yeah.
these things. So
Okay.
therefore, the council will be requiring it, or different agencies that the plans will pass through. Say, for example, the fire brigade or Jamaica Fire Brigade, they may request of you to give them even a fire concept, or
Ah,
to improve on the fire concept, depending on the size of the building, or,
okay.
or,
And
or the need for some um, firefighting equipment, or,
system
or,
in
or,
place.
or products, basically.
Yeah, yeah. And like you had mentioned earlier, like NEPA, if you're gonna go those
Yes,
delicate areas where you have fauna, NEPA again
right,
and so forth. Okay, understandable.
yes,
Uh
yes.
how how I have two more questions for you. How much does it cost to draw a house plan in Jamaica on
Okay.
average?
On average, I would say 100 Jamaican dollars, and that
Per
a
per
hundred Jamaican dollars per square foot.
okay,
Per square
okay.
foot,
Yeah, so
right? So
that's about less than, so
yes,
US terms now. Let make it easy for everybody. That's
in US in
let's
US terms now, yes, in US terms, you can
let's
say $8,
less
eight
than 50.
dollars Jamaican. Sorry, $8 US. Right.
$8 US. Okay, 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 okay. It's
Yes.
might be a little okay. I thought it was a little less than that, but okay. So $8 US
Yes.
on
Just
average to do
just
a
just the
building.
average. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Between $6 to $8 US.
$6 to $8. Okay. All right. To
Right.
do a basic per
Sorry,
square foot.
sorry, sorry. I must say though. Um, when I say 100 Jamaican dollars, that is what is being charged by, say, draftsmen,
Mm-hmm.
right? But
Mm-hmm.
the rate is charged in percentile, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
therefore, it is safe to say 1 to 2% of the total cost of either the building, right,
Mm-hmm.
or the project itself.
Okay. All right. Okay. So they might charge
Yes,
per square foot or square feet,
per
or they might
square
charge
foot, or
or
percentage,
percentage. Okay.
right, a percentage of the project cost and all of that, the
All right.
estimated project cost, right, and you can either have uh, a draftsman
Mm-hmm.
or an architect do your
Mm-hmm.
building plan,
Well,
right?
that's the next
Um,
question I have. The next question
right.
actually was how much does an architect cost in Jamaica? I didn't know there was a difference between an architect and a draftsman.
Yes. Yes, there's
Oh,
a there's a difference, because
okay.
in you have in some cases, I must say, you have in some cases where draftsmen are hired by the architect, and the
Mhm.
the draftsman who is the one who does the actual drafting and is being guided by the architect, right?
Understand.
So right, so it depends on the size of the building, right?
Hmm.
The draftsman does the drawing, and it is easily approved through the council once they meet the criteria and the requirements, right? And then you have the larger structure, or a larger area of building, right? That is required approval from the architect, right? From the
Hmm.
registered architect, yes, or an engineer, right?
Ah. Hmm.
So the draftsman in this case is the one who does the the bulk of the drafting work and the designing. So you have designers, or you have
Hmm.
draftsmen
Hmm.
who focuses on mainly designing. But
Um.
right across the board, it is it is it is it is still safe to say between 2 to 5%, right,
Okay.
of the estimated cost to build.
Excellent. All right, guys. I'd love to hear from you. You have any questions for Mr. McBean? Go ahead and put it, drop it in the comment. Again, we will get to it. We will respond and update you accordingly. So go ahead and post your questions, anything regarding construction or building in Jamaica. Question from me, Mr. McBean, is so
Yes.
typically who is your ideal client? I know you do all kind of projects, right? I mean, you do it from all, everything you do. But who is your ideal client or customer?
That one is tough. Sir Willis. All
Okay,
right,
okay.
all right.
You do everything.
We get a diverse clientele, I must say.
Mm,
Um, and well, I wouldn't say ideal, but what we do, we try to meet the needs of all our clients. Um, well, if I should say ideal, I would say a client that comes and asks me any question, a lot of questions, yes, and it causes me to go and either do my research
mhm,
or or find solution, right?
mhm,
So that client who comes and challenges me, right,
mhm,
or us, and they present a problem or present an issue, and we go the extra mile to find solution for those problems. I would say
mhm.
that is my ideal client.
Very, 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 very insightful, Mr. McBean. So just before you go, Mr. McBean, want to let you know again that I really appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man. But
Yes.
share with my viewers, what are some of the most esteemed projects, whether it's a client or a property that you would have recently completed? Just a couple of them.
All right. I think my most esteemed project, I would say, are those tiny ones.
Okay.
Yeah, those tiny ones.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we've we've done additions to like um to small structures.
Hmm.
Um, just even adding a small apartment, right?
Hmm.
Say a
Hmm.
one bedroom apartment or or a studio, and and the purpose for that was for use Airbnb services.
Hmm.
Yes. So when we go in and we do that, that is just like creating a ghetto, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, it was done from scratch. We did the designs and we take it through the council, right? And we did the full construction
Hmm.
and we did the finishing and then we moved right into the promotion, right? So
Hmm.
it was a full-sum project, yes, and it
Hmm.
was fulfilling for me, yeah, and for the rest of the team to know
Hmm.
that they worked on this small project,
Hmm.
yes,
Hmm.
from day one right up and was able to hand it over. And it was just a studio unit. It was just a studio unit, right?
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
it was handed over to the client, very satisfied, right? And and that is one of the projects that I would take any of my prospective clients to come and look at.
Hmm.
Yes, and when we do projects for persons who just want to complete their houses or their
Hmm.
dream house. However, they can only do it like say 1,000 blocks for the year.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you work
Yes.
with
So
those.
we work with those persons. So step
Okay.
by step, just as we said it from start,
Hmm.
from the start of the company,
Hmm.
we said step by step we will be with you, right through the process. Yes, and
Awesome.
that is what we do. We stick
Awesome.
with our clients right through the process. So
Hmm.
even if your financial situation dictates that you can only gather 1,000 blocks for the year or say for 6 months, we are there with you. You don't call us back when you're ready to you're ready, you want to resume, and we
Hmm.
just do that step by step, right?
Awesome. Awesome.
And within quick time, you know you have your you have your dream house to move in, right?
Awesome.
So
Awesome. Awesome.
those are fulfilling projects, right?
Awesome. I've asked a lot, Mr. McBean, but there's one last one I want to ask you. One last question. Before my signature question, and the one question is, you're not gonna have a lot of people viewing who are subscribed and from all over the world. There's this person who is living overseas and is
Right.
interested in building a house in Jamaica. What's the first thing they need to do? Whether they want to come back home or they want to retire here or they want to move to Jamaica.
The first thing they need to do is just give Mr. McBean a call.
Okay. Are you
Yes,
okay? Are you okay?
just give Mr. McBean a call. Yeah, so seriously though, yeah, when you're overseas, because I must say what we do, our our target market is Jamaicans living overseas, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that is our niche market. Um, because the whole idea of conceptualizing the this company is to facilitate, especially those persons who are overseas, right? And when I say that, I mean that given that we are aware of the myriad of issues that persons living overseas might have been facing over the years, yes, we we offer this service, letting persons know that they can feel safe. Yes, they can feel safe in staying there, right, and acquiring our services, and we ensure that your project is being executed in a proper fashion, right? The way in which you would wish. Yes, and
Awesome.
that is it. It is all about project management, right?
Awesome.
We ensure that we manage the project from scratch, from the inception, right? So you just give us a call, you just outline what you would want. We are here to listen, right? We listen your 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 listen your requests, and if you have a problem, you just let us know. Um, if you don't have the land as yet, we assist you in sourcing that property, right? And then we go ahead in doing whatever design. We assist you with the professionals that are required, such as the surveyor, evaluator, engineers, all of that, right? And we take it from scratch in terms of architecture, um, the designing, right? And then move over to the approval process. And you don't have to come here. You come here when you feel comfortable coming, right? You know that
Okay.
you're busy and
Yeah.
and a lot of issues because even through the COVID the COVID-19 pandemic,
Hmm.
yes, we have our clients where we know that they weren't able to travel, and therefore we ensure that we facilitate them at best, right? And to keep them up to date with what is going on, right?
Perfect. Perfect.
We keep them informed, We keep our clients informed. We always keep an open kind of communication, yes,
Okay,
and
perfect.
transparency that our clients always will feel comfortable. I'm not saying that we haven't have issues with clients before, but what we do, we try to improve day by day and just make clients feel good about doing business with us, right? Um,
Mhm.
and those same clients are able to refer us to other clients, right?
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
speak of their experience with McBean's project
Awesome. Before I ask you my
manager.
what I call my signature question, I just want to, guys, for those of you who are watching, one quick thing. I think I need to do it a little more, but if you like this video, like it, and if you love it, share it. All right. Especially if you know someone who might be interested in this topic, or you know, want information about building in Jamaica or construction in Jamaica, go ahead and share it with them. I'm sure they will appreciate it. Question for you, Mr. McBean. What makes Jamaica special?
Oh man, Jamaica just being Jamaica. Just being Jamaica. I mean, I cannot put my finger on it. Cannot put my finger on it. But I must say that just being here, I mean, you will have opportunity to travel. You will have opportunity to live overseas and all that. But I always say is is like I always wish for persons or more persons to get that opportunity to travel. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and to see what they are actually not making use of here in Jamaica, if I should put it that way,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes, 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 yes,
Right, because Jamaica just comes with a whole package, right?
yes, yes,
I
yes,
mean,
yes.
well, we talk a lot about sun, sea, and sand, but that is, you don't scratch the surface yet when it
Yeah,
comes when it comes down to Jamaica. Yeah,
yeah,
man. But Jamaica for me is the place to live.
mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yes.
I mean, yes, it is clear that we have a crime issue and all of that, but I mean, I wouldn't give up Jamaica for nowhere.
Good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And just to
Yeah, man.
say before you go, again, thank you so much, Mr. McBean. If you're watching, guys, and you're interested in reaching Mr. McBean, there's actually a link in the description below. Go ahead and click on it, and it will allow you to, complete a little form to go to him. I remember I speak highly of him. I have a full write-up on the website, my website, My-Island Jamaica, on Mr. McBean. Somebody I know
And
well.
Wellesley,
Somebody,
I must say thank you, Wellesley, thank you for speaking so highly of us and me
no,
myself.
well, well,
Yeah,
well,
man.
you deserve it. You're cut up of the rest, man. I think outside of your
Thank you, man. Thank
humility,
you.
outside of your humility, you're very trustworthy, I think, and I think people are looking for people like that. You know what I mean? Especially in these times.
Yes, we
But
try.
you
Yes,
can depend on.
we try to go above. Yeah, we try to go above and beyond.
Yeah,
We might make mistakes, but we try to learn from our mistakes and reach out to our clients and ensure that they are comfortable.
awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you again, man, for your time.
Right.
Mr. Matt Bean, guys, from Matt Bean Construction here, answering questions about building in Jamaica. What do you make of him? What do you make of what he's talking about? Did you learn anything? I'd love to hear from you. Make sure you drop a comment down below. And remember, I do a lot of videos capturing stuff like these. The real Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
So if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell notification. That way you stay updated on all my latest videos. This is the real Jamaica.